Hello, everyone, and welcome to USA Global TV and Radio. I'm Dr. JACALYN KERBECK. I'm the president, founder, and chief listening officer here at our network. Our show today is Aging Gracefully with Humor. And I don't know about you, but I could certainly use some laughs. So we're going to have a fun show today talking about the aging process and how we can actually feel good while we're going through the process of getting older. Let's welcome the star of our show. It's CATHY Fulton.
Good
Hello,
morning.
CATHY.
Good morning. How are you?
Hi, I'm well, thanks. How are you?
Good, good. I too I'm like you. I could use some good laughs and some humor after the week I've had. The last couple of weeks, actually.
Yeah, I hear you. I feel it's like the last 3 weeks for me, but we've got a great guest, and I'm sure we'll have some laughs with her because Katrina is full of life. She's bubbly and energetic, and we'll bring her out in a few minutes. CATHY, many people on this platform know of you for your work in interior design, and also you have your own home healthcare agency. Tell us more about that.
Well, so yes, I've had my I got licensed to start my own home care agency in 2013, and the impetus was I started because of my mom. She had two strokes back to back, and long story short, I ended up being her caregiver. And when you're taking care of your mother, um, it's a little awkward, a little strange when you're having to do all the bathing and just the hygiene and just everything, particularly when I didn't have children. And so anyway, long story short, her recovery was about 6 months the first time, and then 9 months the second time. And so I learned a lot, and I learned what people really need. And in betwixt that time, I was looking for someone to come in and provide care for her while I was away with doing my interior design work. But I never really connected with anyone. I felt it just felt like there was a huge disconnect. And so I just thought, and at the same time, it was very expensive. And so I thought, well, I know what people need. I know what people want. And so I'm going to get licensed and start my own firm. And so that's what I've done. And here we are today.
That is quite a journey, CATHY, if you think about it. And I've said this to you before. I'm really impressed by your go get itness. Is that a word? Go get it. You get
I
it done. You make stuff happen.
Well, sometimes it's at a high cost, emotionally and physically. But I, I've always been the type of person. If you explain it to me, how something needs to be done, I feel like I will get it done. I will try with all my might, But this one was um, at times it's really felt like I was biting off more than I can chew. And I mean, she's still alive. She'll be 92 in February, and so she's lived with me since 2014. So we have had. If you would have told me when I left for college back in 1983 that someday you're going to be living with your mom again, I would have said, you are a liar and get away from me. We need our space. Get away. And here we are back, joined at the hip, literally joined at the hip.
Uh,
So anyway.
I wish I could say I can't relate, but I can relate because that's what I'm doing too. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
kind of funny.
it's kind of commonplace America these days. It's, because clearly people are living older. I mean, living longer. And so many people don't want to go into assisted living or a nursing home for one reason or another, whether it's they just want to age in place, they don't want to leave their home. And I so get that. Or cost. Cost is a huge factor. So, you just make the best of everything and, take one day at a time. That's what I'm doing.
Yes, that's a good plan. So today we're going to be talking about how we can age gracefully because we want to actually look good and feel good as we're aging. And joining us is one of our team members here at USA Global TV and Radio. Her show is Secrets to Timeless Beauty, and she's joining us from Dubai. She's an international celebrity facialist and so much more. She's also a coach. Let's welcome Katrina Valente to the show. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Lovely to be back and nice to meet you, Kathy.
It's nice to meet you too.
It's nice to have you back here, Katrina. And, I think it's interesting because the three of us don't have any kids. How about that?
Yeah, imagine.
Yeah, we've got that all in common. So tell us a little bit about the work that you do, because it's so much more. You do color readings, you do all types of treatments and coaching. Tell us, if you can, how you provide value to your clients.
Okay, so I've been a holistic anti-aging specialist for 28 years, but over the last few years, I've moved a lot more into coaching and healing. And I look at the whole mind, body, spirit of a person. So I do energy clearings, I do physical treatments, which would be facials and different kinds of body treatments to realign the electromagnetic field of the body. And I also offer medical lymphatic drainage massage, which is becoming really popular these days, actually. And of course, the tarot reading to round everything up.
I love some of these terms that you share, because prior to meeting you, I had never heard of some of these things. The clearing, what is that?
I mean, I'm working with 40 different charts, so it's a little bit esoteric. It's not really to be understood by the conscious mind. But we're working through 8 different energy bodies and 6 different levels of consciousness through all your past lives. So it's very out there, but it's very powerful work.
Through all of your past lives. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I feel like I've got about 100. I'm 57. So, I mean, let's just take it and double double my number. I mean, from everything that you said, I'm thinking, okay, I need one of each. So I don't know how long you spend with people. You would probably need.
No, I mean, it works in the same way as a coaching session. So you would need, 3 or 4 sessions. But I kind of mix it with different things, a little bit of coaching. It depends what the individual's after and what they want to achieve, really.
And Katrina, I know I'm going to put you on the spot for this, but I would love if you could do a color reading for Kathy, because you've done one for me already. Do you happen to have your...
Yeah, I do actually. 2 seconds.
All right, let me take you off while you're looking.
So
yeah, I think
you are reading.
She's going to show you some cards with colors on them, and then you pick the colors, and then she tells you something. I don't remember exactly the process, but and I think it changes every day depending on where you are. So she's back. Here she is.
I just thought it'd be interesting.
I know I didn't tee it up right. Can you please share with us, Katrina, what the color reading is? What does it do? What do you do with it?
Okay, so the color, the Altera Bio color system is related to the chakras of the body. And these are the energy portals that run down the center line. And so there's 14 colors, and you choose 4 that you're attracted to right now. And then I'm going to tell you how you're feeling right in this moment. So this is working with the subconscious mind, and the subconscious knows everything the body needs. So Kathy, are you ready?
Okay. So let's see. I see there's like a black, or maybe that's called oxygen.
Yeah, this is emerald green.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let's see. So is there a red?
You got to do it quickly, and you've got to choose what you see. Don't look for the color.
Okay, I was just trying to prompt you. So I do want what I called black. I do want that one, the green. Then there's a red, and there's blue, and then there's another blue. I don't know if I can have 2 blues, but
you can.
Okay. Can I do it also? Okay. I don't want to feel left out.
So what blue do you want? Do you want the light blue, the dark blue, or the turquoise?
The dark blue.
So it was like this.
Right. So I think the one called Clarity or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, yes, that's
That,
good.
that was in the third position or the fourth position?
I think third.
Okay. Because that makes a difference as to what it means. So like that.
I think so, yes.
Okay, so today, Kathy, what you want to connect to is your heart center. And emerald green is the masculine of the heart. So it's all about me. How can I love myself? How can I take care of myself? How can I love me? You might be feeling a bit suffocated at the moment. It's like you need to stand back and take a long, deep breath.
You hit the nail on the head with that one.
So where you're blocked is the red. And the red is the base chakra. So people choose this in the first position when they're feeling very tired. You've got no energy, you've got no vitality of life. You're, just not got any energy left. What's going to help you, however, is the indigo. And you're wearing blue. See, we always wear the colors to the mood ring. It's a very subconscious thing. And what the indigo means is that you've got to tap into your third eye. You've got to get clarity of mind. You've got to get clear in your head. You've got to use your intuition, and you've got to go within. Meditation will help you at this time. And then that will lead you to the blue. And the blue is about the throat chakra. So it's about peace and calm and to be able to speak your truth.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yes. And you hit the nail on the head multiple times. So
no, it's always correct, because the subconscious knows everything the body needs at any given time. So it is like I'm reading your mind.
wow.
So if you tell me it's wrong, I don't believe you, because honestly, it's 100% right all the time.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. Yeah, that's really amazing, because
so then, sorry, go on.
No, go ahead.
No, so from there, I would use the oils, and you inhale perfumes in the treatment, so it brings you back into alignment. Yeah.
So there are oils that bring you back into alignment.
Yeah, there's oils and there's perfumes that you inhale, because the olfactory system works immediately. So when you inhale a perfume, it changes the mood immediately, because it gets into the biochemical rhythm of the brain.
Wow. And so is there just like, are there several oils, or is there just
there's 14? There's 14. All of these, every color. I have every color.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing.
Yes, it is. It's good. I've used it. I've been working with this brand for 17 years, and it really does work. You know, it's amazing.
And so how do people connect with you? I mean, like, do they just call you, or do they have a Zoom call with you, or do they come by and meet with you and go, okay, Katrina?
Well, obviously, this is a physical treatment. I mean, on Zoom, this is all I can do. They can't experience the oils or the perfumes. These I would do in the physical treatments. So I would do it in a massage or a facial or a healing, you know, in a physical environment. Yeah.
Got it. Got it. Very interesting.
Dr. Jacalyn, what would you like today?
Orange, gold, pink, and purple.
Orange, gold, pink. Okay, so today what you want to tap into is your creativity, your gut instinct, your feminine energy. You need to come back to yourself. Where you're blocked is the gold. The gold is the spleen chakra, so it's all about your inner wisdom, your self-confidence to be your true authentic self. And you might be in fear of something right now. What's going to help you overcome that is the pink. You have to come back to yourself to love and nurture yourself. Take time for yourself. Do something that makes you feel loved and nurtured, which will lead you to the purple. And this is your crown center. So it's your connection to your higher self, to God, to all that is, and to finding balance in your life. Make sense?
Yes, I'm totally out of balance all the time. Very
No,
good,
but
thank you.
yeah. So yeah, I like working with it because it allows me insight as to where my clients are feeling on an emotional standpoint, and then I can work a lot more bespoke with them.
Katrina, a question I have for you is for our audience who doesn't know, you work with celebrities and very famous people. When did you realize that you had this level of expertise, or was it someone else who recognized it and brought it to your attention?
Well, look, I mean, I've been doing what I do for 28 years. So I think there's some point you realize that you've got a wealth of knowledge that has to be shared. But I mean, I've been traveling the world as a international holistic anti-aging expert for 15 years. So yeah.
Yeah, you know what you're doing.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Well, I think we've had a couple laughs here so far, which is great. I'm wondering, what do we need to know as we continue to age if we want to feel good and we want to look good? What are some tips you can give us?
Look, I think you've got to keep yourself physically fit. I think that's really important. You know, exercise, do yoga, walk, get outside, go into nature. The other thing is products. If you want to have good skin as you get older, use good clinical products. Invest in yourself, because your face is the most important thing. You know, when people look at you, they're looking at your face. They're not looking at what you've got on. They're looking at your face. So it's really important for me. It's something I've always really promoted, is good skincare. And then also a positive mindset, you know, keep yourself young, be around younger people. You know, all of that, it's a mindset growing older, you know. It's like only an age. I mean, you know that, Dr. Jacalyn. I mean, we're all the same age, sort of, you know. So it's all in the mind.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool that the three of us have a lot in common and we're all the same age and we're all in different parts of the world right now. That's cool.
Yeah, we are.
Now, as far as the products, I mean, do you ever make recommendations
Of course, of
okay.
course.
Okay.
So, look, I'm a snob when it comes to products. Nowadays, over-the-counter products are getting a bit better, but I always go for clinical products because clinical products have higher percentages of active ingredients, and they're stronger, so you don't need as much, and they're really no more expensive than what you're paying for La Prairie, Sisley, Clinique, Clarins, whatever it is. And the products that I use are Environ, which is a South African product, and Nemu, also South African. DMK, he is a New York plastic surgeon. Daniel Montague King, his products are also excellent. If you want to go organic, there's Eminence, which are very good. They have a massive range of products to choose from. And I worked with that product also for 17 years, and then they discontinued it in Dubai. So I was absolutely devastated. So yeah, there's a few to choose from, you know, but always go for clinical, go to a doctor, get them to recommend you something, because it will always activate your skin more than if you go into a Sephora or, you know, one of these places.
Right. Right.
Thank
For
you.
years, I used Obagi.
Oh, amazing. Amazing. I mean, yeah, your skin looks very good, Kathy. So yeah, Obagi's very, very good.
Yeah. And then I used Renova, which is it's a prescription. It's like a Retin-A, but it was not as harsh. But honestly, I haven't used it in years. I don't know why. I just had gotten away from it.
No, I mean, vitamin A and vitamin C are the two most important vitamins to use on your skin as we age, because they break up pigmentation, they tighten and firm, they smooth out fine lines and wrinkles. So you really need to have that in your skincare routine. You only use vitamin C in the day, and you use vitamin A at night.
And you use them all over your face?
And neck and décolleté. You come right down to here. Don't just stop at your face, because your neck ages faster. You know, so and your chest also. So you must always bring all your skincare down to your chest.
Now, so do you recommend, or are you part of like Botox or fillers or anything like that?
Totally recommend. I have Botox, I have fillers. I mean, at this age, you can't get away with it if you want to have a clean skin. I've not got very good light today because I have big windows here, but my skin is in very good condition. I don't have any lines and wrinkles because I do Botox and filler. I've got a big bruise here today. 2 days ago, I did mesotherapy. So it's injectable hyaluronic acid, and that fills your skin up of water. So it really plumps up the skin, it smooths out, it keeps the even tone on your skin. So, but these are things that you have to do on a regular basis.
Right. It's not once and done. And yeah, I'm due for Botox. I believe firmly in Botox, but I can see my forehead moving. It's time.
That's okay. I mean, you need a little bit of movement. The frozen look isn't so good either, you know. You need to get that.
So I have something to share. I worked in cosmetics part-time for about 7 years, and I worked for Clinique and I worked for Chanel. And anyway, I used to have an entire routine of what I would do with my skin. And then because of the pandemic, I basically stopped it all. So I use Clinique moisturizer, the yellow one, and then I would have like a serum and a day cream and a night cream and an eye cream. I don't use any of them anymore. And I don't use any hairspray. And I haven't had Botox or fillers in over a year. And of course, I could see the difference. But because of the way my life is, it's not the same as it used to be. I'm not interacting with people. So my question is, am I doing myself a disservice? I am getting Botox a week from Saturday. Thank you. Yes. But am I doing myself a disservice by not using all those creams again?
Totally, 1,000%. 1,000%. I wouldn't. Clinique is it's not my favorite. You need to get a good clinical product with good percentages of vitamin C and vitamin A, and within a month you'll see a difference in your skin.
Okay.
And you know, you exercise a lot, Dr. Jacalyn. So when older women exercise a lot, it can be very aging on the skin.
Am I in the older woman category? Was I?
Well, yeah, I think so. I think we can all say we are mature women. We're not 30 anymore anyway, right? And then there's a lot of dehydration that happens with exercise, you know. So you really need to get back on that skincare routine, because you'll at this age, if you stop taking care of yourself, you deteriorate very quickly. I mean, physically, you know.
We don't want that happening.
You should look into getting some mesotherapy, even if it's with the roller or the pen, because that stimulates your own collagen and elastin. Or even get one for home use. And if you use it 3 times a week at night, that is also a great natural way to stimulate collagen and elastin.
I'll look into it. Because I have facial eczema and I have a biologic that I have to inject in myself, like I'm very crazy about what I put on my skin because I don't want anything like I have something all over my neck right now. But yeah, so that's really good information. And what about the Botox and the fillers? Is there certain, like I know Botox can be used in other areas now, even under your arms for.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of Botox in my neck, actually. I have it in my neck, my forehead, around the eyes. You can have it done all around here. They can do it here. They can do it here to stop the jaw. You know, a lot of people grind at night when they sleep. They can put Botox to stop that. Botox can be done all over the face these days, but you do have to get a proper practitioner that knows what they're doing.
Indeed. Yeah. No doubt about it. So every time that I go, I've been going to the same person since 2007. And so we know each other very well. And she's an RN, and I think the world of her. And so every time I go in, though, I'm identifying, okay, so this is new, we got, and so I mean, we laugh, and then, but she gives me the straight scoop on things too, and she has shown me pictures like over the years, and she's like, I'll tell you when it's time to do this, but it is like this very, I never can remember the name of what it's called, but it's a very deep peel. And I mean, you're pretty much out of commission for about 8 days. It's almost like it looks like the skin has been burned, and but then in a few days it's like baby skin.
Baby skin. Yeah, I mean, peels are a good thing to do. I mean, nowadays, I do a system called PRXT33, and it gives you the effect of a deep peel, but you don't peel.
What do you do? What happens?
It regenerates the skin. You might get a little bit dry, but they mix it. There's TCA 20%. TCA 20% is an acid that would be used only on the body. You can use 7%, 10% on the face, but never 20%. But the way they mix it, I think they mix it with hydrogen peroxide. Can't remember now. But anyway, it's amazing, and it gives you instant lift. Your skin glows. It stimulates collagen for the next 28 days. So nowadays, we don't really have to go through that trauma, because there's so many products on the market that do the same thing with less injury.
And so it lasts about 28 days.
The process continues for 28 days.
Okay. So like, is that a really expensive procedure? And I know expensive is relative.
No.
I
charge $300.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's not, I mean, all things considered, that's not expensive, what everything else.
But you would maybe, I mean, depending on the skin, you would need a few of them, but you can push it to 2 a month, but 1 a month, and you could maybe do 3 or 4. So the skin gets better and better. And we also do, it's called the liquid facelift, and we'll do it in combination with the mesotherapy roller and hyaluronic acid, and that is also a very powerful treatment. But there's so many options nowadays that you really don't have to go through that trauma, unless your skin is heavily weather damaged. If it's really thick and leathery, then you need resurfacing. But then you've got lasers on the market that do that. So there's so many different options nowadays.
Yeah, I find it amazing. There's a lot of hope.
Exactly.
Always.
So a question I have for you is, I mentioned that I don't have any Botox or fillers, so I get to see myself as I am and love myself as I am until I get it done. What can we do for this area?
The same. Exactly the same as you do for your face, you do for your chest. The skin on your chest is a bit more resilient because it's been exposed more over your lifetime. So, you can use higher percentages of vitamin C, higher percentages of vitamin A, but if you go too high with vitamin A, it can be a bit itchy. Also vitamin C, and then you've done too much. But you can gradually build up. And you can also do peels on your chest. You can do laser on the chest. It's the same.
When you say vitamin C and vitamin A, do you mean to get a product that has a high concentration of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like a serum, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I've seen
Yeah.
it. Just
But
haven't.
the Environ product have specific vitamin A in their moisturizer, which you can use day and night. So it's a very specific formula. But normally it's better to use retinol at night because it's photosensitive with the sun.
Mm-hmm.
So you should always look for retinol palmitate. There's a lot of different retinols, but retinol palmitate is the safest one.
Which is more important, the day cream or the night cream?
Both.
Of course, I knew that was the answer.
I mean, okay, if I had to choose one, I would say day, because you're fighting against the environment. So, you know, you have to protect your skin in the day and nourish it at night. So although you go to bed and everything in the body slows down, everything to do with the skin speeds up. So that's when the regeneration process is happening. So you need your serums, you need your night cream, you need your eye cream. It's very important.
Yeah, and depending which brand, which line you get it from, that could be $1,000 just for that.
You know, with the clinical products, Dr. Jacalyn, you don't need a lot of product. You can use the same serum day and night. You can use the same moisturizer day and night, eye cream. So really, you only need like cleanser, toner, eye cream, serum, and moisturizer. Minimum 5 products. It's not a lot. I mean, obviously, if you're buying them all together, then it's going to cost you, but then they all run out at different times, and you'll pay on average $40 for each thing. $40 to $100, $120 at the high end.
Yeah, it depends which line it is. If it's Chanel, it's going to be 2 something probably, or
but then
Burberry.
Don't waste your time with Chanel skincare, please.
Okay.
You're buying into the brand.
Exactly.
You're not buying into the science of the skincare. This is why I say always go with clinical, because they don't care about the marketing, they don't care about the packaging. They want the substance of ingredients in that product.
Well, that's why I thought Clinique they had really good products, because I went for all the training and got certified, but you're saying no.
It's a bit harsh. It's okay if you've got oily skin, but if you ask any therapist, no, I've never met a therapist that likes Clinique. It was always quite aggressive. Obagi, you can get Obagi in the States, very good product. High percentages of vitamin C and vitamin A. That's what you have to look for in a product.
Okay.
Yeah. Hyaluronic acid, because hyaluronic acid binds 1,000 times in its own weight to water. So when you put it on the skin, it's like a humectant. It absorbs the water from the air. So you should always put hyaluronic acid on your face wet, and then it absorbs more moisture. And that can be used day or night.
And what stage would you put that in? Like, say, for example, if I was getting ready for the day, I would put on eye cream, then moisturizer. So at what point would you put on the hyaluronic acid?
Okay, this is the sequence. Cleanser, toner, serum.
Yeah.
Cleanser, toner, serum. Then you can put the hyaluronic acid on, then you can put your moisturizer on, and the last thing you put on is your eye cream. Why? Because the skin around your eyes is much more delicate than the rest of your face. And if you put your eye cream on first, you're massaging everything around, and you might move it from the eyes. So you always put it on with the ring fingers, and you dab it onto the orbital bone and under the eyebrow. Don't put it right under the eye, because then it can give you puffy eyes. It can seep into the eye and irritate you that way.
Now, are these the same recommendations you would make for gentlemen?
Yeah. I mean, men can keep it a bit more simple. They can use a cleanser, toner, moisturizer, sunblock. You should always wear sunblock in the day, regardless, because UV, where there's daylight, even if it's cloudy or it's raining, there's still UV present in daylight. So it's the free radicals that eat away at your skin, give you pigmentation, give you wrinkles, give you sun damage.
What about our hands?
Saying you should put creams on your hands, or at least use a good hand cream all the time. I mean, you notice in the 50s the age spots start to come on the hands, but nowadays you can do the vitamin C, the vitamin A, yeah, and laser. There's good lasers nowadays that can take these away in one hit, but mine aren't too bad because I do work on it. But there's nothing more aging. The hands give you away.
You know, you're right. And so I'm thinking, I wish that they made these containers in like supersize, like something that like in bulk, like that you could buy at Costco. I mean, so I got the face, the neck, the chest area. Now I got the hands. I mean, I think I just need to like lather up in it, you know, I mean, so this
but I'm thinking what else you can use for the hands. You need a bit of a stronger product for the hands, because the skin on the hands is thinner, but it's exposed constantly. So it's tougher to treat.
Yeah.
But if you could do a facial for the hands, I mean, you know, or you could put a peel across the hands. I do peels on my hands.
When I went to the dermatologist, they have big signs, you know, around the office that you can inject fillers into your hands.
Yeah.
To puff them up.
Yeah.
So
yeah. And your own fat lasts longer, but that's a bit of a procedure.
Yeah, boy, it's a lot of work being us.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we don't have to age these days. There's so many things that we can do, but I mean, it all comes at a price. But you know, it's maintenance that is the most important. If you do a little bit often, it's much better than going and just getting one big thing done and then not really worrying. Your skincare is, I'm telling you, the first point of call. And everything else that on top of that is just a bonus.
Yeah, my grandmother used to say, inch by inch, it's a cinch, yard by yard, it's hard. And that's right.
I like that.
That's cute.
Exactly.
Well, I have to say, I've really enjoyed not doing any of these things for the last 2 years, but I guess I'll be 60 in March, so I guess I have to get back on the
Back on it.
You know, it's interesting. I left to go to a meeting on Monday, and I don't meet with anyone, right? I'm in this house behind the green screen, and I thought, wow, this is the first time I'll actually be sitting across from people, and I don't have my face on. I don't have my Botox and my fillers, and I haven't worn high heels, and I haven't had to match a bag with shoes. It was really nerve-wracking. And afterwards, I thought, well, I made it through. I didn't feel as confident about myself as I would have. So I made the appointment to get the Botox done.
So you never go out. That is not healthy. Okay. So you're going to get reprimanded on, you know, on the show. That is not good. That is not.
I didn't realize that. That is really not good. And that also makes you lazy. But I mean, you're on screen, Dr. JACALYN, so everybody's still seeing your face, so there's no excuses. You know, I know that you can, you know, do things with a camera and all the rest of it to make you look a bit more.
Yeah, I haven't done anything. But no, I don't go anywhere except for the gym, maybe twice a week, and I go to the grocery store once every 3 weeks, and that's it.
Once every 3 weeks?
God.
You must buy an inordinate amount of food. I have to go once a week. That is amazing. Now, I mean, I thought I lived an unhealthy lifestyle. I mean, and I know I do because I don't work out, but at least my skin isn't dehydrated. I learned that today. I'm kidding. But you have got to have the socialization. You've got to have the socialization. You have to talk to someone.
Because then it makes you lose connection with people, and then when you are in a group of people, you're lost. It's not good. It makes you very insular.
I hear you. I know.
I mean, these broadcasts are one thing because I mean, at least you are connecting with other people, but it's not the same as face-to-face interaction. That's not
Definitely.
socialization. It's not socialization.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree.
I agree as well. That's why I'm saying
It's a shame I don't live there. I would come knocking on your door and take you out for a glass of wine.
You know, it's interesting because before the pandemic, I used to go out by myself all the time, but I lived somewhere else and it was tons of places to go. There's this island, nothing's open. But I had no problem going out by myself and I just walk around talking to people. And now it's kind of like, no, I don't want to talk to anyone. So there's
Yeah,
no
this is what it makes you. I mean, I've actually also been working online a lot more, and I'm not in a clinic at the moment, and it's very lonely. I find it very lonely, and I do miss that interaction on a daily basis, I have to say.
yeah. Yeah, I think lonely is a good word. It's definitely lonely. But
Mm.
I always look for the positives. I always look for the bright spots and what is this chapter of my life bringing for me to me and I just look at it that way.
Well, we can make 2023 a more actionable year for you in the social circuit.
All right, I'll put it out there.
Do.
You're always putting something out there. Do it.
I-
Just do it. Make it
Do it.
happen. Not everything is always going to come find you.
That's true. But I'm
Yeah,
telling you, there's
that's
nothing
true.
on this island. No one's coming from anywhere on an island that's closed down. But we'll be leaving here soon, so that's a good thing.
Where are you again? Remind me.
I'm in Avalon, New Jersey.
So
Oh,
it's
so
closed up
you
for the
moved.
summer.
It's a ghost town. There's
Yeah.
nothing here. In fact, a lot of the restaurant I mean, there's not a lot of restaurants, but the restaurants that are here and even the fish markets, they would stay open till the end of October, right after Labor Day closed because they're not the people who used to be here. I don't know where they are, but they're not here.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Now, and then you'll go to Florida. Is that
Which is the exact opposite. There's so much there, so many people there.
yeah. And so does that drive you crazy?
No, not at all, because I have the same routine. I go to Solid Core probably 5 times a week. I go to Whole Foods, I come home. That's all I do. Same thing. So, yeah. Well, we can't solve all that today. That's We got some good tips about skincare. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Yes, awesome. Awesome.
So you mentioned Obagi. Anything else you want to put out there?
I mean, there's just so many products now, but these are the ones that I've worked with and stand by for years. Obagi, Environ, Nemu, and DMK, and Eminence, which is organic. So there's something for everyone.
All right. Thank you for that. And thank you for the
Welcome.
color reading as well.
You're very welcome anytime.
So Katrina, we have your information up here, but what's the best way for people to reach out to you? And if you want to share anything about your upcoming trip and give people information on that as well.
Okay, so I'm going to be in the island of Sunivafushi in the Maldives from the 1st of October to the 31st. If anybody's flying by there, come and see me. And you can reach out to me on Instagram. I'm on it every day, Katrina Valente in the number 1, or my website, katrinavalente.com.
All right, Katrina Valente, thank you very much for being here. And what are you doing this weekend in Dubai? Anything happening there?
Well, it's still pretty humid, but I fly out on Saturday morning, so I've only got tomorrow left.
Okay.
So then I'll be in paradise.
Yeah, and sometime I'd love for Kathy to hear about life in Dubai. It's very different. I learned a lot about what's going on there.
Yeah, I mean, it's coming into the good season now, but there's a lot of Russians coming over because of what's happening with the war. So we're really being infiltrated with the Russians. They're all buying up property left and right. So property prices are rising. And yeah, it's interesting times.
Well, it's interesting here too because we basically have open borders. So, I mean, it's unbelievable.
Oh,
So,
wow. Yeah.
And there's
Yeah.
a different lifestyle over there when it comes to dating, right, Katrina?
Yeah, everybody's on dating apps, and it's a very young city. So, you know, I'm the old woman here now. But there's lots of places to go. There's lots of amazing restaurants, clubs, comedy clubs. But it is a young crowd. It is a young crowd.
You like younger men?
I do like younger men,
I
but
knew
there's
that.
a limit. You knew that.
I knew
Yeah, but
that.
younger is still older, you know.
But nobody in their 50s, right?
No, not really. Unless they're physically attractive and they're still in shape and they've got a young mindset, then okay, I can look at it. I can like analyze it for a bit, but yeah.
God, I mean, most men, at least in America, they don't seem to mature until they're like in their 40s. And so then you've got to kind of like train them and wrangle them, you know. So it's a lot of
Dress them.
work. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of work.
It is.
So
No, I'm afraid men are men the world over, Kathy. It doesn't matter what religion, what culture, what country they come from. It's the same. It's the same. Trust
well, that's
me.
refreshing to know, you know, that all the mothers in the USA didn't do something wrong, you know, because it's like it's like, I don't know, did your brain just mature at 40? I don't know. You know, does it
Yeah.
just click? I don't know.
Sometimes I think it's 50 or sometimes not at all.
At least.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
you
I
know,
mean,
something,
I tell you what, I did an experiment once, and I went onto that Tinder dating app. It was the first time I used it, and I went for men all my own age. I thought, okay, let's grow up, let's try something different. I tell you, what I walked away from was this learning. Even though they were older, they were no different than the younger men. They had no more manners, they had no more conversation. It all went downhill very quickly, and they just wanted to have sex.
So what happened?
Oh, I didn't. I think I told you in 7 days I went on 14 dates in 7 days. I just went for it. And it was just all entertainment for my girlfriends. There was a couple of guys that were nice, but there was nothing that I was really connecting with. And it was just astounding to me. And it proved my point. You know, people say, go for somebody your own age. Why? You know, it makes no difference. It's all about the mental connection with somebody. It's not about age at all. Age is but a number. We all know that. You know, we're women in our mid-50s. We know it's not about age. It's about the mindset and how young you keep yourself in the mind and how well you keep yourself physically. And the world is your oyster. And now we're in the age of the older woman and the younger man anyway, so it's fine.
you know, when I was a junior in college, when I was a junior in college, I stayed at school for summer school, and up until that point, I had always had like a steady boyfriend. Just, I mean, and it would be for years. You know, like I dated the same guy through high school and like all through college up until, you know, that summer, I dated the same guy. Or yeah, it was, I mean, you know, very, very set. And so that summer I was like, you know, I'm just going to date because, you know, my mom was always like, you just need to go out and have fun. And I just think that I'm wired differently because, okay, so I tried it and I was dating, I mean, that whole summer, like it was 6 guys at once, and it wasn't the same 6 guys, and I would get confused. I mean, like, you know, somebody would call and they would be like, "Hey, how are you?" And I'm like going, "Who is this?" I'm thinking, you know, he doesn't know about the other 5. And I tried to have fun, and in some sense it was fun, but I just can't, I don't know. I'm just too, I don't know what you would call me.
Well, now you're married.
Well, now I'm married, but I was just thinking about, no, I was just trying, you know, going down that path in my mind. And you know, it's either I'm just like a one person, you know, my hat is off to that kind of I guess, mindset, or, you know, the way that you can, I don't know. I guess it's mindset, because I'm just not like that. It's kind of like we were talking about being afraid of heights the other day. I would give anything not to be fearful of heights. You know, it's just the differences, you know. So I find your pathways very, very interesting, because I'm just not like that. I never.
No, but I mean, that was the first and only time I ever did that in my life, and it was just it was mainly coffee dates. I met a couple of guys in the evening, but it was quick, you know, and it's the only time I ever did anything like that, because I haven't dated a lot in my life really either.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wish I could.
Dating?
I
What's
wish.
that? I didn't remember
I
that.
know, I know. It's like I don't even do that now, you know. It's crazy.
You know, one of the worst dates that I ever went on. So, we went to a restaurant, and I didn't like the food that I ordered. I mean, it really wasn't good. And he said, you're just gonna leave this, because the waiter said, would you like a box for that? And I was like, no, thank you. I mean, I didn't complain about the food, but I mean, I took about 2 bites, and I'm like, this is gross. And I just thought he was so weird, because he was like, well, if you're not gonna take it home, I am. And I'm just like, you are weird.
Goodbye, goodbye.
You are weird. You are real. Are you that cheap? Are you,
Yeah.
and you're weird. And if you're watching, you know who you are.
We know you're out there.
It's only about 20 years ago, but you know who
Still
you
out there.
are. I hope you
No,
stop that.
listen, people show you very quickly who they are.
Yes,
You
they
just have
do. And
to
you need to
pay
remember it.
attention.
Yes, yes. And you need to remember it, because that is who they are.
Yeah, for all the younger women out there, no, you're not going to change them. It's not happening. They're going to be exactly the same way there. Well, one thing you can do with men, because I've done this a number of times, is you can dress them. So if you don't like the way they're dressed, you can actually, you know, pick out wardrobe for them, but they're still the same person, even though they have different clothes on.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, well, I don't know how I got off on that tangent, but
Meanwhile, we have another show in less than 7 minutes, Kathy. So
I better stop talking.
Yeah. Katrina, it was a pleasure seeing you. And I'm so excited for your
Thank
upcoming trip.
you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you
Thanks
so much for
again.
coming on, and have a
Lovely
great
to
time.
meet you. Thank you. I will
Thank
try.
you. I think you will.
Take care.
Bye for now.
Bye.
She's so lovely.
Yes, she is.
Connected. All right, Kathy, how can people reach out to you?
Well, if you're needing care for a loved one in your home, feel free to reach out to me. You can call me at 703-402-1172, or you could email me. I'm at kathyfulton1965@gmail.com.
All right. Thank you very much. All right, Kathy and I are signing off right now. So wherever you are, please stay there. We will be coming back with what's trending in literally 6+ minutes. Thanks again, Katrina. Bye. Thanks, Kathy.
Bye.